We are live.
Hi, everybody.
With
How's it going?
Captain America.
When the kids are counting sheep, when the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories. When the kids go to sleep.
That's you.
Is that Rocky? That's Rocky.
Yeah.
Hey, you're supposed to dance and flex your muscles. Do something. I'm singing your theme song
He
here.
was like, all I have to do is stand
What?
here and play music. I'm already
Talking here.
amazing.
Say what's up, everybody. Hey, everybody, welcome to a live show, which will also turn into episode Captain America. This will be episode Captain America. Thanks for
Yes.
tuning in. Hey, Daxon,
Yeah, you'll get to play in a minute.
can you tell them what podcast we're listening to right now? Say it's the When the Kids Go to Sleep.
This is it.
Dude, you're the worst podcaster ever. But I still love you. Listen, I want to ask you a question, okay? This morning, when Mom was... I know you got your guy out. Can I ask you a question real quick? Listen to me. Mom was waking up Brock, and you were sleeping next to Brock this morning, and Mom told me that when you woke up and you said, I hope you're ready. How did you do that? I was trying to do that. I pushed that like 5 times and it didn't work. Oh, there's an off
You have to
button.
have the magical touch.
Dude, thanks for teaching me, 2-year-old. Anyways, Mom said that when she was waking Brock up for school this morning, you said to her, what are we doing?
Mine.
Did you hear Dad?
I need my headphones.
Give him his headphones. All right, you're out of here. You're not being a good podcast guest.
He just wants to look like us. No, he's got
Anyways.
his headphones.
Okay, get out of here.
You're so cool, dude.
You're off the podcast. You're not entertaining. But you're not even listening to my line of questioning. You just have your own agenda. Okay, will you listen to my questions? Okay, he's back, you guys. Welcome our guest, Captain America, back to the podcast.
He's back.
He's back, everybody. Okay, you ready for my question? Will you answer it? Okay, this morning, when Mom woke Brock up for school, do you remember what you said to her? You do? What did you say to her? You don't remember? She told me that you said, what are we doing? Were you still tired? You don't want to wake up? You wanted to sleep in a long time, huh? Did you have any dreams last night? You did? What'd you dream about?
Do, 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 do.
Did you have good dreams about monsters?
Yeah.
Huh? You did?
You dream about Captain America?
Do you miss Brock when he's at school?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like playing with him?
Yeah.
Is he your best friend?
Yeah, but
He's what? Who's your best friend?
Emmy.
Emmy?
Emmy is?
Oh, wow.
Emmy's your best
She'll
friend?
be very grateful to hear that.
How come Emmy's your best friend? Do you like to play with her?
Yeah.
How come?
Do you have any other best friends?
Say daddy. Say my daddy.
Such
have
a
played the fifth.
stinker.
Okay, we're gonna go play on Mom's phone so we can talk to these fine folks.
Yeah.
All right, say bye, everybody.
That's the most enthusiastic he's been.
Okay, take your mom's phone and go.
Oh, yeah. I need my adapter.
No iPhone jack. Oh, see? Guys, do not get the
Oh,
iPhone
for
7.
heaven's sakes.
Here's an
I do have
update.
the adapter. It's in the car.
The iPhone 7 sucks. Don't get it.
My home.
You can take them to your home. Listen, I'm mad. I'm going to talk now. Get out of here. I'm going
No,
to talk
really,
about
I do
technology.
have the adapter, though.
You want to go listen to Mom's phone and
I
play
have to run out
video
to the
games?
car real fast.
Go get it
Can
real
you
quick.
talk to these fine people?
I have the iPhone 7.
Okay, come on.
Apple's brand new product. This is the nice one. How many gigs, babe? 256 gigabytes of memory. 4 or 5 times now I've gone to plug my phone in. It's like, oh yeah, oh, so annoying. Yesterday, I'm trying to play music, and it's like, you know how sometimes your screen just like, you're tapping on it, and it's like, are you tapping on me right now? Because I don't want to do nothing for you. Plus, you can't, you know how on the other iPhones you would push this phone or the home and the side button and it would refresh or like reset the phone? I don't think that works on this one. because I'm trying to make the screen work and then it's not working. So then I try to like reboot it. And I'm like, this is a brand. It's very frustrating, you guys. I think I've also been seeing these things on Facebook about there's like a super class of people that have left the earth. Is this true? Are they giving us subpar technology and we're just like stuck down here having to put up with whatever they want to do because we're addicted to the device? It's very frustrating. Anyways, that is, yeah, I would not recommend getting an iPhone 7. I would keep your other iPhone. I wouldn't get that Samsung, that other one that's blowing up. I wouldn't get that one either. Okay, so welcome to today's live show. Tweet me. If you guys want to talk, I'm looking at your Twitters. We're going to be doing episode 170 of When the Kids Go to Sleep. It's been a hectic morning. The kids are at school. Daxon's not. We just woke him up. He's a little grumpy. We haven't even fed him breakfast yet. We just said, come on, Captain America. We got to go up to the studio and record a podcast. So tweet me at Shay Carl or at our Twitter handle, When the Kids Go to Sleep. Twitter handle. And we're going to be recording episode 170. Subscribe on YouTube. Thank you for all the new subscribers. We got some new subscribers. Thanks for joining us, you guys, on the podcast. We appreciate it.
Welcome.
Let's talk about racism.
Wait. I was going to talk about butterflies.
We need to talk about racism. Look what's going on in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was awful. I was worried. I was praying for those people. Yeah. There's some good people down there. Oh, I mean, there's a problem. There's an issue. We got issues.
Yes.
Do we talk about them or do we just ignore them because it's an awkward thing to talk about because you're afraid to say the wrong thing?
Well, I mean, it's no, yes. Mm-hmm. It's the age old.
There's so many times where I like want to say something and I just like I don't want to have to go through my timeline and read
things being misconstrued.
Just people being like, shit, I'm like, no, I didn't like, why is everything got to be
I didn't mean it like that. Yeah. I know. It's just, I mean, it sucks. It's one of those things. You just got to love each other.
It's all about getting to know. Let me talk about racism. Okay. I grew up in Idaho.
Let me talk.
I grew up in Idaho. There was 2 black kids at my school. Mm-hmm. Like growing up, there was a black kid on my baseball team, Jason, good buddy of mine. And then like I worked with a black guy who was half black. What? Blake, I'm telling about the black people I know so black people know that I have black friends. I have gay friends too, so I'm cool with the gays and the black gays.
Blake.
Here's the problem. We need to be able to talk about this. Are we live? We're live. Blake's like trying to remind me, Shay, we're live.
I can't cut any of this out.
Back to my story. I grew up knowing 2 black kids, right? So then I decide I'm going to go on my Mormon mission. And guess where I go? Barbados. Guess how many white people are in Barbados?
Just
2.
You.
So I know what it's like to be, and I lived there for 2 years. I remember the first day that I was in a grocery store and there was like, 100, 150 people in this big grocery store in Bridgetown, Barbados. And I had a black missionary companion. I was the only white guy in this store. And I started looking around. I'm like, I'm the only white person in here. Mm-hmm. And it, for the first time in my life, as like a 19-year-old kid, it was like, oh, like I am seeing things differently now. Like my perception is shifting. I'm having a paradigm rotation, a paradigm shift, as Stephen Covey calls it, where, oh, what would it feel like to be the only white person in a giant room? Or to be one, to look that different in front of, with all these people. Mm-hmm. And even to the point where I lived in the West Indies for 2 years. I was in Trinidad. Trinidad is a lot of East Indian and black, and they have Dogla, where it's like the Indian and the black, make a baby. So it's like, who cares? Like
we're all just people.
Right. And it's so, like, it took me living in the West Indies for 2 years to, like, get to know that, right? Like, where I first moved there, I'm like, what is with this music? And what is with this food? And, like, why do they talk like that?
Different.
It's different, right?
But yeah,
and that's
you learned
all it
the
is.
Beauty of it,
it's just different. Oh, yeah. And then 2 years later, I remember the last month of my mission, I lived in Guyana, a place called Berbice, Guyana, which is third world country. They have no water. I mean, they have water, but you have to time it with the electricity because the electricity goes out 3 times a day. And you basically pump the water up to a tower above your house, and then that water drains into your house and you can use it for showering and stuff. Very often we'd go a week without water. And we'd have to like go try to like buy water and like wash our dishes and do our laundry in like bottles of water that we bought. And I loved it there. The last month of me being there, I would walk on those streets and I would tell myself, Shay, soak this in, smell, hear. I thought about my 5 senses. I'd be like trying to maximize every sense I had by feeling the humidity in the air and smelling the curry and just like hearing, even like the rotting dog flesh smelled delicious to me. You just, once you like live in a place and you just come to love it and you realize that we're all just people. We all like good food and fresh air and cold, crisp water. And
we all are different. Why can't we just embrace each other's differences?
And so it's like, you see like, why are these people getting shot? Why are cops shooting people that don't have any weapons? You know, this recent guy who was a father, his car's broke down in the middle of the road. And I watched the video. He has nothing. He's frustrated because he's like, I'm broke down here and you're pulling a gun on me. So he walks away. You can tell just like, oh my gosh. And they just shot him. He's dead. So
yeah, and it's hard.
And you can say everything.
There,
like, well, he should have kept his hands up.
Blah,
He should have listened to the officer. Yes. But why is the first thing I'm going to shoot him?
I think they tased him and shot him at the same time. Like they could have just done the one. But like, it's what it is.
Cops
like,
and cops are doing a great job too.
Was it because they were like on this heightened sense of like anxiety? Like, is that why? You know, like there's just this tension in the air, and so it causes more tension and more things to happen, in my opinion.
And let's be honest,
let's ease the tension and like chill out a little bit.
White people are afraid of black people.
There, some.
You heard the helicopter operator. He's saying, as he's like seeing this guy, he's like, "That looks like a bad dude." Like, why?
Why would you say that?
Yeah. Why does he look like a bad dude? He has a white t-shirt on and a shaved head. Like, why is he a bad dude? He didn't even have any It's like, so that is why I think a lot of these shootings are happening, because it's like they're just rushing. Like, there's no communication to me. It's like, and these, like the way that I'm talking now may seem like offensive, or maybe it seems too direct. I sincerely believe that this is what we need.
Just stop being afraid of each other.
We need to be able
We're just people. We're all people.
To talk like you would talk to your good buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to come in here? What, is your thing not working? Come in here and express your concern without moping around over there. Anyways, watching the stuff last night in Charlotte was scary, and it was making me nervous. Like, there was just that line of cops, cars are driving by, and all of a sudden dudes come blaring up on 4-wheelers and motorcycles, and makes me nervous.
So much tension in the air.
Yeah.
I would hate to have been there. And that's all it is. Like, there's just all this angst. It's like, of course something's going to happen. Like, calm down, people.
Come here, dude.
Do you need
What's
help?
up? You want to go home?
You want to? Because it's like, it's not working. I can't watch my show.
Go see if it's working.
I'll go fix it. Be right back.
And I'm not suggesting that I have solutions. You know, I'm not trying to oversimplify this. I'm simply just saying, like, I feel obligated to try to say something, to try to encourage us to see each other for what we are, just humans, part of the same species, all wanting and desiring the same thing: happy families, peace and love and harmony and success. And we can't have it when we're yelling. So that's why I say, if you're not willing to look at somebody today out in public, hold a door for somebody who looks totally different than you, like purposely try to find somebody, just what do you look like? And then try to find the polar opposite and wave at that person. That's it. Smile. Just be like, what's up? I'm a human. You're a human. We look different. It's cool. Right? Like, did you like Star Wars? What? We both like Star Wars? We could build on common ground. I just promise you that it's a better future. And sometimes, like, think about like trying to overcome the stereotypes that, you know, for better or worse, like your parents or your grandparents have like put into you, right? Like, don't we all have like a racist uncle, racist, you know, like your grandma, somebody says something racist, just like
Even people that don't think they're
working in the
being that
construction
way, but-
business. It was like, okay, now it's time to sit around and tell racist jokes. You know, it's like you would hear dudes, it's like, and that was like the norm, right? Like you just, everybody does it, you know, not everybody, but it happens, you know? So like, how do we change that? How do you hear a racist joke in a group setting and be like, that's not cool? Or is that causing the problem too by saying like, you can't say that?
Like overthinking it.
Or can we just say things knowing, I don't know, like, how do we fix all this right? Can we do this in episode 170? Can we fix racism?
Can we change the world
Can we fix racism
in episode 170 of When the Kids Go to Sleep?
I don't know if we can. Let's look at your Twitter. I've been talking a lot. Let's see.
We can do the best we can.
So if you are live and you haven't tuned out to my random blabbering.
Honestly, it starts with you. Like you just have to, you can't change other people's perception. You can't change their minds. You can't change the way they were raised or anything. You can't change people. So you need to learn to be accepting and loving, honestly.
Dude, I've just had a request from Aaron to live dab on him. I don't think I'm good at dabbing though.
I've never done it.
You've never dabbed, dude? Dog, you got to dab. Why you never dab, dog? Dab it. I don't know if that was a good dab.
It was not a confident dab.
Sorry,
it was like
Aaron. We tried.
What is it?
That's a pathetic dab.
Mine was like pinkies out. Okay, never mind. We're done. What are we talking about? I'm drinking some water.
I'm reading your tweets. I appreciate you guys asking questions, hanging out with us. It feels like we're having a real conversation. Like we're just like communicating and learning about each other and thus solving the problem of racism. No? Yeah, hopefully.
In a perfect world.
Bad dab. I got a bad dab tweet.
Bad dab.
Sorry, Caroline. That was a bad dab. Dude, what are those things called when it's like this? No, that's not you can say it, like dad, D-A-D, it's the same backwards.
Oh, I don't know what that's called.
What's that called? What are those called?
Palindrome.
Palindrome, yeah.
Wow, you're smart.
I was thinking bad
You know
dab.
what the
could be
longest one is?
Palindrome, what?
Race car.
Race car. Oh, you can say it backwards both ways.
Oh.
Race.
My mind
car.
is blown.
There's a Weird
Oh,
Al
I see,
video
yeah.
where he's making fun of Bob Dylan's song, and the whole thing that Weird Al does is palindrome.
Is it palindrome?
Brilliant. It's
No
It's
way.
one of the most amazing things
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen.
cool.
Look it up if you haven't seen it. Weird Al.
That's cool. I met Weird Al once while I was riding my bike right next to the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you did.
I was riding my bike, and here comes Weird Al, hood up, fisherman's hat on, but his iconic curly hair is coming out the bottom. And I ride my bike past him. He's with his wife, and I'm like, that was Weird Al. I'm like, I gotta get a picture. And so then I'm coming back, and I see him again, and I slow down, and I said, this was my excuse of how to get a picture with him. I said, and I kind of like self-bragged a little bit, hoping that he wouldn't think I was just some crazy dude. But I go, hey, I love your stuff. I grew up watching I'm Fat. Remember that? Instead of bad.
Yeah.
I love that video. I said, I have 400,000 Twitter followers. It would be so mad at me if I didn't get a selfie with you. So I made it their fault. So he's like, okay. So he was great. And then like, he's ended up done a lot of stuff with Peter and Lloyd from from Epic Rap Battles of History. So Weird Al has some palindrome song that's pretty rad. Check it out. Okay, so Chaz says, amen, Shay. It's always awkward listening to jokes and being the only one being offended. It's hard to change. Yeah, it's hard to change ignorant people.
Can't change them. That's the thing.
I learned that the hard way. I learned that by saying things in my YouTube videos that people would leave me a comment like, you can't say that. And I'd be like, what? Like, why is that so bad? Like, Peter Gilroy tweeted the other day, and I'm going to say, I guess I won't say the F word, but he said, the FAGGOT word. He said, nothing like hearing somebody scream the faggot word like reminds me of high school. It's like remember being in high school when kids would like, that's gay. Like if something's stupid, it's gay. It's like, you can't say that. Yeah. And so anyways, we change, right? It's hard, but we have to accept others for who they are.
Yeah.
Truly, because...
And be respectful. I mean,
and
it's like maybe you think that the things you're saying are harmless, but you need to be respectful of people's feelings. And, you know, it could be harmful. Words do hurt. And that old saying, sticks and stones, isn't true.
Let's try to break this down. Why do people feel like they have to change people? So if somebody's, straight and they're a Christian and they believe in God and the Bible, but somebody's gay, and that's obviously against what the Bible says, why is there a need in that person to feel like they have to tell that person that what they're doing is wrong? One, Christ says that we should call people to repentance. So, that is in the Bible. There is this mandate to say to people, you need to repent. And it's so messed up. It's like, we got to switch this wiring in our heads. And I've been trying to do it myself, so it's not easy to just like say, but the reason that there's these rules or that there's these like commandments is because it brings happiness. It is just like, if you want to have peace and not to have sorrows, if you will follow Christ's commandments, you will find that you are happy.
But yet his first commandment and his second commandment are love God and love thy neighbor as thyself.
And the second thing I was going to say is, it is not your job to send people to hell. It is not your job to judge people. It is Christ's job. Like, that is a burden that you can easily and gladly lift off of your shoulders, knowing it is not your job to judge somebody else. And
it's your job to love them. Yeah, honestly, like that's what you're asked to do.
And that is the most important commandment, because who was it that asked Christ, what is the number one commandment? He said to love God. And he said, well, how do I do that? How do I show my love to God? He said, love your neighbor. That is how you obey. The number one commandment from the great being above is being nice to each other.
Yeah.
That is the first and ultimate number one rule. If you believe in God and Jesus and all that crap, according to some people, guess what the number one rule is? Love everybody. So therefore, it's like, oh, cool, I can like black people and gay people and Mexicans. Everybody's
and
cool.
And you don't have to be afraid of them. That's the way it should be anyways.
Okay, let's go to Twitter and see if we solved racism. Hold on. Let me refresh her.
Refresh.
Dang it. Somebody just called me. No. Question. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Aussie Angel says, will Gavin be pursuing his singing career? He killed it singing it the other day on the hike. Thank you. And a lot of people, including some of our family, has said that we need to get Gavin in like singing lessons.
No, Peter Holland said not yet.
Good. Really?
Remember?
Because I didn't remember him saying that.
Well, because he said until his voice is completely changed, it does him no good. It will actually mess him up.
Interesting.
Because he'll like work on his voice the way it is now, and then it'll totally change.
And then he'll get frustrated.
And then he'll feel like...
That has been my instinct. Like, my instinct is like, I just want to let him sing. Like, I don't want it to become this thing where, okay, you have to go to singing lessons.
Yeah.
Because the kid loves to sing. Emmy, him, they just belt it out and they love it. And I'm just like, I don't want to like, because even as much as people accuse us of using our kids, what's that word called again? Exploiting our kids. I am anything but that. Like, I think a lot of parents might see like, whoa, that kid can sing. Let's get him in lessons. Let's get him starting making an album. I'm just like, just let the kids sing, man. And be in my vlogs. That's the real reason. I don't want him to start his own career because he's killing it on my channel. Dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
the day they start their own channels and I can stop and just produce theirs, that'll be great. That's what I think I want to do. I want to just help them produce content. If they want, we got to talk more about that.
Like, wait until they want to do it. Like, he's actually expressed that he wants to start a channel, but I want him to do it all. Like, he's got to learn, this is not just given to you. Like, you have to learn to edit. You have to learn to upload. You have to deal with the comments. You have to know that this is a hard thing. It's not an easy place to be.
Exactly.
So
Zeke Post. Whoa, Zeke Post. The iPhone 7 is great. You just need to understand the technology. I get it. I've had an iPhone my whole life. It doesn't work. I try to push the button. It doesn't do anything. What technology is that? Sorry.
Yeah, they do. Ours have been a little bit glitchy.
They're glitchy. That's it. Like every time I've got an iPhone before, I've loved it. I'm like, even if it's new, even if it like they've revamped everything, it's like, at least it works and it's clean. Like this one, the home button's weird to get used to. Like it doesn't click. And it's like the whole phone. It's a different experience. But it just has been glitchy. Like it just hasn't worked.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's been that way. Where especially the texting, where I'll text something out and I'm like, "What? I did not say that." Yeah, that's been.
Marissa says, "I have an interview in 2 hours. Any advice?" I think I give great
like
interview
a job
advice.
Interview?
Job interview.
Oh,
dude, here's what you want, Marissa. I don't know where you're going to interview at. Imagine you're the owner of the business. who would you want as an employee? Would you want somebody who came in there and was like, hi, my name's Marissa and I'm here to get a job? Or do you want like, hi, I'm Marissa. I'm going to kick butt for you. I bet you in my first 6 months, I'm going to double your revenue. When do I start? You got to be a little confident. You got to go in and sell them on you. You got to go in and tell them why you are going to help them because they're stressed. That's why they're hiring you. They need help to come do the thing that they're doing. So you need to say, I'm a go-getter. I'm going to come in and I'm not going to ask a lot of questions. Maybe not say that specifically, but just tell them and sell them on how you're going to work your butt off and how you are going to figure out answers to the problems that they have, and you're not going to fight and gossip.
Yeah.
We went to an entree leadership thing that Dave Ramsey puts on. He has he has a book that's been out a while and a program called Entree Leadership. It's about business owners and about how you can have people that work with you that aren't employees that are also kind of like
team
entrepreneurs.
members.
They're entrepreneurs, but they're also your employees, but you want business people that work with you. So
yes, you want to treat your business like a team place.
Exactly.
And you want to make everybody feel welcome. And I think that, in applying for a job, it depends. Sometimes you're applying for a job that you really, really want. And sometimes you're applying for a job that's like, I need this job. I don't necessarily want to do the job. But then, you have to be able to sell yourself on your ability and your drive to do that job no matter what it is. Like, be motivated. And honestly, fake it till you make it. Like if you're scared, go in there and pretend like you're not, You got
to have a smile, confident. Shake their hand, good firm handshake. Hi, good to meet you.
Yes. Hi, nice to meet you.
A lot of people don't even know how to do that. Like all my kids, I've taught them how to do that. I'm like, when you say hi to somebody, you look at them in the eye. Hi, I'm Gavin. Good to meet you. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Colette.
And then if they're cool, you'd be like, what's up? Anyways.
Yes. Do that to your future boss.
What's up? How can I stay positive when I feel like I don't fit in at school?
Same thing we were talking about. Love each other. I think everybody feels like they're different in some way. Is he leaving?
No, Monica's here.
Oh.
Tax is like,
see you guys, I'm out.
Peace.
That was funny. How do you, what was the question?
I don't know. I was looking for another one. I thought you were on a roll with something.
I was on a roll, and then I got distracted thinking the child's running away. He's running away.
Dude, these tweets are pouring in. I can't even keep up.
How do you feel accepted, or how do you, that is a really tough question for me right now. Help.
It is kind of a fake it till you make it. Don't feel like you have to fit in, man.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
You have to find this self-worth. You have to be able to be cool with yourself, and that can sometimes be hard to just do. Sometimes that has to be taught to you by a good parent.
Yeah.
That's like, you just have to like, it almost sounds selfish or something, but you kind of have to like self-enclose and just like find out who you are and who you want to be. That's why you will feel out of place if you're like, I got to try to be like them because look how they are. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you're like, but I don't like that. If you're just like, I'm going to do what I like. But it's hard because we as people want to feel included because that gives us worth. Like we're going to not die.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we're just so afraid of death that we don't even realize that the reason that we feel like we need to try to fit in is because we're afraid if we don't fit in that we'll just die alone.
We won't be loved. And if we won't be loved, then we won't survive.
Right.
Like that's the main thing. I agree with you totally. I think if you in high school, I feel like there's these things that everybody's trying to fit into a certain place. And like, you want to feel accepted. You want to feel like you are like everyone else. But the thing is you're not, and you're not supposed to be, because you are made to change the world in the only ways that you can change the world.
Right.
And
that means you need to be a leader, because the second you start becoming who you want to be and other people see that, all of a sudden you're going to have a bunch of friends, because there's other people that are also trying to fit in, that are also like, I feel like I don't fit in because this isn't me, but I'm trying to keep up status quo. So I'm cool like, prom king Charlie and cheerleader Nancy. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you're going to have like a group of 5 or 6 friends. It's like, we like playing Dungeons and Dragons, bitches. We don't care what you think. I'm saying.
But then at the same time, like, don't ostracize those people either.
No, I'm just saying, do what you love and you'll find like-minded people. Yeah. The internet for instance, is a great place that you never have to feel alone again. You can find a like-minded person who likes the same stuff you do. So get on that
Babe, you're so wise
www. I'm
today.
trying, man. I'll try to say those words. I don't know what I'm saying, but
He's smart. I like him a lot.
what do you think about body shaming? Don't
I
get fat and I
don't-
won't have to shave.
Shut. Oh, whoa. I'll smack him for you. It's okay, guys.
Listen, I do that. I am mad that I can't make fat jokes. I still make fat jokes. Look, I'm fat. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Cut that out. We're live? Oh, we're live.
Thumbnail.
No shame, babe. No shame.
Okay, we got to go, don't we? Hey, Monica, I need a workout. You got one? All righty. Hey, guess what? We're going to go do Shaylos right now. So don't give me crap, okay? I like to play Dungeons and Dragons. Should we do one more question?
What? Yeah.
Do you know where Bulgaria is? I don't. Yeah, I do. What? That's a weird question.
No.
Okay, here's one last one. Anna Faust. This is a serious question. I think I found the one. But
The
how
one
can I be
question?
sure? How do you know that Colette is the love of your life?
You choose her.
That was a weird time to go.
Wait,
How do you know? How do you know?
I think that you know when you see something in somebody that you really enjoy. Like if you want to be with that person, like it's a choice. I don't know that I totally think there's like
Just that one. There's
just
not.
that one. Like,
I agree.
oh, I can't be with that person because what if they're not the one? It's like open up your heart and love them and they'll be the one. You know? I don't know. You choose each other. That's the thing is like,
Okay, look.
it's a choice. You choose each other.
I'm going to read you something right now that will answer your question, okay? Because I'm a romantic kind of guy, I used to think, and I used to like to watch the movies and be like, there's this one magical special. You know who I used to think I was going to marry as a kid is the princess from the Neverending Story. The chick with the pearls on her head. Dang, she was like this magical flower, this beautiful floating on this palace at Atreio. Man, he was my competition. That's all I'm saying. And she was like, I was going to marry her. And I was like, to me, that's who my wife was, is this magical fairy princess out there hiding somewhere. And I used to be like, what is she doing right now? I'm going to find her one day. And then I found you. But that's
I'm
not
a magical fairy princess.
I mean, nah.
That's okay. I'll slap him for you guys. It's okay.
Here's what I'm going to say. There's lots of people. There's not just one person. Like love is a verb. You have to work at it. Here's, I'm going to read you a thing. Marriage is a learned behavior. Think about that. It's not a natural thing. We as people are selfish. We want what we want. And so to all of a sudden have to sacrifice for another person is very counterintuitive to what our natural design is, which is selfishness and me. So think about that. Marriage is a learned behavior. Our conscious effort, not instinct, determines the success. The motivating force stems from kindness, true affection, and consideration for each other's happiness and welfare. So think about that. You can make it work. And there's this is an article I was reading. It says like, if you're like mad at your wife because she has these things that piss you off and you're like, I'm going to divorce her and find a different wife that doesn't have these problems. The new wife is just going to have different problems that annoy you. It's like, she does this and this and this and it pisses me off. So it's like, I'm going to divorce her. Screw you, Bobby Sue. I'm going to marry Nancy. Hey, Nancy, what? She has this and this and this problem. And you're just going to keep looking for all these chicks like nobody's perfect. It's like, you just got to love the problems that your person has and you got to work through them. And it's ultimately up to you. If you want it to work, it will. And if you want that person to be the one, they are.
Yeah. Well, and it's a choice. Like you obviously it takes two. Like they have to choose you and you have to choose them. But if you mutually decide that you want to choose each other together and work on your relationship, then
Do not screenshot my fat gut and tweet it to me. We're done. Ew.
no body shaming, you guys.
That's right. Don't that's body shaming. Like,
But you know what? Body shaming, it's all in your head. Like he's confident. That's why he showed you his belly. So don't feel shame for it.
Oh man. All right, we got to go.
No shame.
That's a great. How long have we been going? Is that a podcast? Did we do it?
That was intense.
Did we
Holy
make
cow,
a
I'm
podcast?
sweating. Okay, let's
40
get out
minutes?
here.
We did it.
That was
Up
more
top.
of a workout.
All right. Thanks for joining. Episode 170.
Just you
of When the Kids Go to Sleep. Subscribe, thumbs up, download for free on iTunes. Spread the word, get it out there.
Cheers.
We'll see you next time.